Bill Bake, Janine Ellis, Tom Kenny, and Burt Reynolds star in a sequel to the 1996 animated special Frosty the Snowman. Now, this movie hasn't been on my radar. I did not even know this movie existed a couple days ago. I was planning on watching the original Frosty the Snowman and reviewing it for you guys, but I realized that on my Amazon Prime account, I did not quite own it, and I could have looked elsewhere to look for it and watch it, but while I was on Amazon Prime, I saw a free movie called The Legend of Frosty the Snowman, and is a sequel to the original. And actually, like halfway through it, I didn't even realize it was a sequel to the original until they kind of like tied in some plot points from the original with the new characters and all of that stuff. But does it do it effectively, and does it do it justice to the original and make you want to watch this as a Christmas classic every single year? Let's see. Okay, so, yes, guys, I forgot to say let's rock this, but, like, let's rock this. I'm sorry, by the way, I'm sorry, Rama Scream. I know I'm totally stealing your catchphrase. I'm only doing it for this series. I promise I'll never do it again. Please forgive me. But, anyways, Legend of Frosty the Snowman is narrated by Burt Reynolds. I'm gonna start with his narration because I want to congratulate him and applaud him for, I don't know, he just tells the story in a very like a very whimsical and very he plays kind of the narrator, where the narrator is in the story itself, and the narrator is kind of a character in the movie, if that makes sense, and he kind of pops up here and there in the movie, and I just feel like he does a very good job of still, this is also me applauding the script, where I think he does a good job of playing that narrator that's not there, but is there, and just adds a little more layer and whimsy and intrigue to watching this. And so, yeah, Burt Reynolds, I think, does a really good job narrating, makes you interested in what he's talking about, and all the plot points. But another thing that also has you interested in all the plot points is the characters themselves. Lots of this movie is based around Frosty the Snowman, played by Bill Bake. I think that is how you pronounce it. I'm sorry if it's not. But he plays Frosty the Snowman, and he's basically being a mentor to a bunch of kids, teaching them life lessons, going out and just having a bunch of fun with them, and that's what a lot of the original was too. So I think bringing back that magic from the original I gotta applaud them for doing that because I think they did. Again, props to the director. And I think also with the designs, the character designs of the characters, I feel like are very reminiscent of the original 1996 movie. You have Frosty the Snowman, and he looks very similar to the design in the original. So it's not jarring when you go from the original to this movie because you kind of get the same sense of the character of Frosty the Snowman and the design of Frosty the Snowman. They're the same as it was in the original. Bill Fagerbakke does a very good job at playing Frosty the Snowman. He kind of does a impression of whoever like played him in the original, but he also adds his kind of own fun tone to it, so it doesn't feel like just him phoning it in, if that makes sense. You also have all these kids, and you kind of get to see all these kids that Frosty the Snowman's playing with, all their like family life, all their personal life, how their parents run each family, and how kind of the kids, thought process of how their parents kind of behave and how their parents run things. It does get pretty wild. There's some pretty funny, creative stuff in here that each family does that just is very cartoonish, very just out of the ordinary, not really realistic, but it makes it a fun family dynamic. Some of the families, when you get to see kind of the stuff that they do in the family, like family traditions, all of that stuff. It's pretty interesting to me. But I do think, while I do think this movie is a pretty good worthy successor to the original, I do have some nitpicks that I do think overall just makes the original just a little bit better. I think part of that is this movie is only an hour long. The original is only an hour long, but I feel like this movie is, or maybe the original's maybe a little bit longer. I'm not quite sure, but I think the original's about an hour, and this movie's about an hour. But what this movie does a little bit more different is I think it adds a little bit more characters and a little bit more character dynamics, but it's also trying to keep that simplicity and heart of the original. So it kind of gets a lot of plot points in here in just 1 hour, and it feels a little bit cluttered at times. I feel like you have Frosty the Snowman like helping out all these kids, and kind of some of them have like issues of like questioning family dynamics and how like asking, why does my mom do this, why, or like what should I do, blah blah blah, all that kind of stuff. Frosty the Snowman is kind of helping the kids, but you also have him playing with the children, and kind of exploring the city, exploring the whole town, everything like that, in this beautiful animation, might I add, that is it's kind of reminiscent of 2000s animation. You can really tell this movie was made in the 2000s. If I forgot to mention, I don't remember, but this movie was made in 2005. Wow, I get sidetracked. Sorry, guys. I was talking about how, like, cluttered and messy this story could be. But honestly, guys, that's only at times. I feel like most of the time, the just the dynamics of all the characters and the fun of watching Frosty the Snowman play with all these kids. There's some funny lines, like good lines in here that Frosty the Snowman gets to say that honestly got a chuckle from me. And yeah, it's just a fun throwback to early 90s late 90s, early 2000s Christmas movies. So if you like any of that kind of stuff, then I think you would really enjoy this movie. But anyways, guys, that is my thoughts on the legend of Frosty the Snowman. Have you guys seen it? Have you guys not seen it? If you haven't seen it, let me know all your thoughts in the comment section down below if you do think you're gonna see it, and if you're excited to watch it. If you have, on the flip side, if you have seen it, let me know all your thoughts as well on what you think of it. Do you agree with me that it's pretty good, but it could have kind of made it a little bit longer or took out some plot points? Yeah, let me know all your thoughts in the comments down below. Also, while you're in the comments, let me know some movie suggestions that you like that I have not reviewed on the channel yet that you want to hear my thoughts on, because I would love to tell you my opinion if a movie is worth watching or not. So yeah, let me know your thoughts. Give me some suggestions in the comments down below. Christmas movies, movies from the past, movies that are coming out currently, any of those. Anyways, guys, that is all I have for you guys today. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. It helps out my channel a huge bunch. I feel like we could have a lot of fun discussing movies. Don't forget to hit that bell notification after you subscribe, so then you can be notified every time I upload a new video. Thank you guys so much for watching once again, and I will see you guys next time. Goodbye.